Welcome back, everyone. Uh, the second part has a very strong theme on memory. I would like not to forget to thank our wonderful sponsors for tonight, the Australian National Centre for Latin American Studies, ANCLAS, the people of INVAP and SUR. So please let's acknowledge our sponsors. The first couple of pieces in the second part, and the first one is Oblivion, incidentally. It's perhaps the most recent composition by Piazzolla that we are listening tonight. It's from 1984, and it was part of the soundtrack for the film Henry IV, an intensely nostalgic melody with a few heart-wrenching harmonic turns. It was a gem as part of the Italian filmmaker Marco Bellocchio's film. This will be followed by Romance del Diablo from 1965. That's the Romance of the Devil, part of the Devil series. This comes in an amazingly productive year for Piazzolla, marked by 4 projects in collaboration with Jorge Luis Borges, and by the release of a double album in which this work comes in, part of the Romance of the Devil, Tango the Devil, and Let Us All Go to the Devil, or better translated as Let Us All Go to Hell. This is a slow milonga with an intense contrast of longing and distant joy and intense dark moments. As a metaphorical illustration of the devilish temptations of memory, in a Borges sense, memory can be like hell. A sweet moment of random reminiscing can derail in darker evocations. The result of our indulgence in the past. However, the formulation of this composition, as it often happens with many, many tangos, is used by musicians, dancers, audiences to persuade ourselves about our inner strength, the inner conviction that humans can take and share a honest look at our darker memories and come out renewed, actually, reassembled in a new logic, one that can be irregular and contradictory, like the rhythms that we hear, becoming a tango state of mind that is effective for the exercise of living. I believe that this conviction of state of mind is what transpires from tango music and is one of the things that strikes the most to those who are less familiar with the everyday life in the River Plate area.
Romanza del Diablo. A Catholic, but not too much, you said in 1968. We ourselves are God and devil. Already you had dealt with angels, but who knows what this music means? Romanza del Diablo. Satan in a bar? The smoothness of the strings would say so. The tempo too is lentamente. The meter hardly felt beneath it. The score's from 1965, about the time you split with Dede, mother of your pair of kids. A standard, wild, mid-40s thing. Perhaps it is a mistress's, this devil's narrative. A slow horizon, tasted once, but never quite intended. Some woman of a night or two, who proved impossible, and yet most probably, the tune arrived, and 2 days later, just like baggage, dragged its title in. No more speculations, please. The devil wears a major key with satin at the edges.
more of that marvelous, luscious dancing with Karina and Fabian Conca. Pacienza, a tango by D'Arienzo, and Desde e Alma, a valse by De Melo.
Anoche de nuevo te vieron mis ojos, anoche de nuevo te tuve a mi lado. ¿A qué te habré visto si después de todo fuimos dos extraños mirando el pasado? Y vos sos la misma y yo soy el mismo, los años, la vida, quién sabe lo que. Una vez por todas, mejor la franqueza, y vos no podemos volver al ayer. Paciencia, la vida es así, quisimos juntarnos por puro egoísmo, y el mismo egoísmo nos muestra distintos, ¿para qué fingir? Paciencia, la vida es así, ninguno es culpable si es que hay una culpa. Por eso la mano que te di en silencio no tembló al partir. Yo tengo un retrato de aquellos 20 años, cuando eras del barrio, el sol familiar. Quiero verte siempre linda como entonces, lo que pasó anoche fue un sueño nomás.
The next couple of pieces actually is one performance that contains 3 compositions by Piazzolla. Marcela likes to join these 3 works that are Chiquilín de Bachín, originally a song with lyrics by Horacio Ferrer, Los pájaros perdidos, Balada para un loco, and also as extra Libertango, one of the most celebrated pieces by Astor Piazzolla. Thank you.
the last look for the night at those fabulous feet, it's La Comparsita, a tango by Matos and Contursi. Please welcome again Karina and Fabian Conca.
The last two pieces in the program are Romanza del Duende, the poet Duende, and Tangata. The Italian writer Italo Calvino tells us that Balzac may have been the first writer who made a city the central character of a novel. To make a novel out of a city, he says, to give life to human figures and situations as if they were spontaneous growth from the cobbles of the street. Something like this, I imagine, is done through the verses of Horacio Ferrer in María de Buenos Aires. We hear the soul of the city from Buenos Aires speaking through the poet Duende, declaring his unconditional and perpetual giving of stories and emotions to those who are attuned to its magic. And how, when you are not attuned to its magic, the poet's spirit goes on searching for you, giving you clues through landscapes, its people, its music, and through the habits of sorrows, endurance, remembrance, and oblivion. The last piece, Cantata, the ending of tonight's concert, is sending us back home into the night of slumber, with characters of other worlds, where intense passions are dealt with courage and often with the assistance of magic powers of the imaginary. These are the angels, the devils, the duendes that inhabit these tangos. They are convenient condensations of histories, emotions, and desires. We are told in some of the stories that Piazzolla was interested at some point in the supernatural and superstitious. At one point he was told that the spirit of Ondine, the water, was one of his protectors, and he created Tangata for that spirit. Although this behavior of him didn't last long, Piazzolla left us with this remarkable trace of his state of mind at the time. And with this offering, he gave testimony of the extraordinary strength and generosity with which he accepted inspiration. Thanks for listening.
Aquí, en este mágico bar talismanero, se sabe casi todo. Lo cuentan de Escolazo las otas y los reyes, ventrílocos cabreros, de cosas que el destino fermenta entre los mazos. Aquí, cocido al ñato revés de cada vaso, nos mira el ojo quieto y abierto de locura, que algún villepolín que quiso ver los pasos al diablo cosió con un hilito de amargura. Aquí, donde mañana sabe a antaño, buscando a Dios yo vi de escalofrío que estaba en lo que quiero y lo que extraño, cortado a esa sazón como el tamaño del grano da el tamaño del estío. Aquí en cada botella cabe un río y al fondo de ese río hay otro estaño, y encorda en ese estaño un verso mío, y en él la plata triste de otro río que me hizo duende, me hizo hace 1000 años. De mí jugado a vos, te mando este retazo de tangos con ojeras, que allá en tu pena entero removerá en la amarga ceniza de tus pasos la bronca enamorada de un canto compañero. De mí, y a donde me oigas, irán hasta tu cero 1000 pesos de rubionas, gironas y melatos a echar sobre tu sombra un facto de luceros. Los huesos de Olivares conocen de este fato. De mí, y en donde estés, con una fuerza de locos, con un himno estrafalario, tan hondo sonará el concierto mersa que un viejo ciego a vos te hará en la terza morena de su reo Stradivario. De mí, en donde estés, pondré un plenario de dulces duendecitos que retuerza la niebla de tu piel, y un tabernario, rumor de nazarenos carcelarios, dirà tu anunciación en parla inversa. Y así que vos renazcas, sabrás qué trampa tienen la hierba en su barrica y el cielo del agujero que mira del zapato. La lluvia que no viene y un sorbo de esa lluvia y el tiempo en su tiempero. Y así, María, sí, María, sí. Por cada quiero las 9 lunas locas y en celo de un infarto de luz te harán en torno los guiños sensibleros de un baile amanecido de risas y de partos. Y así, por un silencio de corchea, vendrá por fin tu día, un alazano domingo que te hará con las más feas hojitas de un laurel de olor la rea y angélica belleza de sus ramos. Tu día nacerá del meridiano, cachuzo del umbral de donde hornea su misa algún poeta a contramano. Así sea, María, así sea de cristiano, así de tuyo y nuestro, que así sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, on occasions like this, we do need to give thanks, and it's very easy to do so. Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, could we thank you for gracing us with your presence at this concert tonight? You are widely recognised around Canberra for your support of the arts, and it is much appreciated. Could we also thank the Street Theatre, the staff, and also the volunteers who've looked after not only those of us on the stage, but everyone in the audience as well. And of course, just like in the days of the de Medici, the arts is still very dependent on patronage and on sponsorship. So to UNCLOS, SUR and INVAP, many thanks, but also, of course, to you in the audience, because you are the patrons of the arts who make all of this possible and allow artists to continue working. And you can indeed add to that patronage by buying Marcela's CD, several copies, which she will sign for you after the show finishes. So thank you so much for attending tonight, and to our artists.